check. Check, check. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? I believe we are live. What up? Hey, yo. What is up, everybody? What is going on? It's your girl, Jay. It is Saturday, and we are live. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the show, JSpot Live, where we recap the week of the WNBA. This week we are doing week 11 that runs through, what is that, 26, 25? July 25th through this past Thursday, which would have been the 31st, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to cover that. It is Saturday. It's a special edition Saturday. This is not when I normally do this, but this is when I had the time. So hopefully people will trickle in, and if no one trickles in, it's all good. I hope they're a part of the replay gang later, which is always cool. So just don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hopefully you like what you see and you want to participate, and you'll drop a comment whenever you see it. So shout out to you guys. I see Jeremy is here. What's going on, Jeremy? We have Andre here. What's going on, Andre? Thank y'all for being here on a Saturday. Yeah, so I had a lot going on. It was a lot of games actually yesterday. I planned to go live Thursday night. That would have been kind of late. So I didn't get a chance to do that because games were on. And then Friday, you already know it was like 72 games on Friday, all at the same time. So I had no time to do it. So I'm doing it right now. So hopefully, like I said, people will trickle in. If not, it's okay. The show will and must go on. So shout out to you guys that are in the chat. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. So we are going to recap the week. So like I said, I believe last week on Friday I was live, and we kind of went through some of these games, if I'm not mistaken, because for some reason I don't remember watching the Aces play Minnesota. But they did, and they got beat pretty bad. And then it kind of comes to mind that I think I was live during that time, and everybody was telling me, that the Aces were getting stumped. And they were. What's up, Gab or Gabe? Is it Gab? Hopefully it's Gab. If it's Gabe, my bad. But Gab, thank you. I'm having a okay weekend. It's good. Today turned out to be longer than it needed to be. I had a 1:30 appointment that was supposed to probably be over at 2, and I didn't get out of there till almost 4. So that pushed everything back that I had to do today. But anyway, I hope you're having a good weekend, and thank you for spending some of your time with me. All right, so let's get into also, y'all, I just want to, as I move to make improvements to this particular show, I'm wondering if y'all wouldn't like if I had like some background, like sports newsy music playing in the background as I'm recapping these scores, or how I, the way that I do it. Is that okay? Just let me know, just suggestions. I want to have like that little newsy music in the background. I just haven't found the right one that I like yet, but I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all like. But anyway, so Friday, we had 3 games on deck. So we had New York take on Phoenix. They beat them 89-76. Now, wait a minute. Okay, the WNBA app was acting weird. Okay, so on Phoenix, we had Alyssa Thomas with 20 points, 13 rebounds. Kalia Copper had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and that was it in double figures for Phoenix, which is probably why New York was able to take that win because Sabrina Ionescu had 29 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. She hit 4 3-pointers. JJ, 20 points, 11 rebounds. She only had 1 3. Phoebish, who is in the starting lineup now because Stewie is hurt. Phoebish had 13 points, 5 rebounds. Natasha Cloud had 10 points, 4 rebounds. And yeah, they ran away with the game 89-76. Then we had my Aces take on Minnesota. We're not even going to talk about today. At the time of this recording, it is Saturday, August 2nd, and we just witnessed a murder. I'm just saying, we just witnessed a murder. But we ain't talking about that. That's for next week. This week, this episode we're covering last week, which wasn't any better. Actually, it was better. Minnesota beat them 109-78. You thought it couldn't get worse. Damn it, it got worse. But stay tuned for that recap. Minnesota beat my Las Vegas Aces 109-78. Okay, Vegas had my girl Asia Wilson, my MVP forever. I call her my forever MVP with the apostrophe between the M and the V. Asia had 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Jackie Young had 14 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. And that was it in double figures. You did have Chelsea Gray with 9, Alyssa Smith with 8, KB with 9, Dana Evans with 8, Big Hot Girl Meg with 8, Aaliyah Nye with 7, but that wasn't enough because Minnesota came through. Fee came through with 25 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, on 58% shooting. She is probably, I think I've said this already, one of the most efficient players out there. Courtney Williams, 23 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Bridget Carlton had 14.6 assists. Kayla McBride, 13 points, 3 rebounds. I'm sorry. Carlton had 14.6 rebounds. I don't know where I said assists. Kayla McBride had 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And Jess Shepard had 10 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. And everybody that played scored, and they ran through my aces. Then we had Dallas taking on the Valks. This was kind of a tight game, but the Valks did end up winning 86-76, won by 10. On Dallas, we had Paige Beckers with 17 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 4 steals. Arike had 16 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal. Isaiah James, Zay as they call her, or is it Zaza? Zaza. One of the kids, Zay. Zaza, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And Haley Jones. Haley Jones has been a great pickup for Dallas. Like, she was doing her thing in Atlanta. Once they got their pieces, they kind of didn't really need her anymore. They waived her. She played a little bit, I think, with, I want to say, was it Phoenix she played with? For a very short time, and then Dallas has picked her up. She has been really, really thriving with Dallas. So hopefully they can keep her. But yeah, Haley Jones, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Dejanay did play that game. She played for 15 minutes. She had 4 points. But it wasn't enough Golden State Valks because Tip Hayes had 17 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Salon had 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Timmy had 11 points, 8 rebounds. Xander Lazzini had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. And Carla Late had 14 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Everybody that played scored except for Caitlin Chen. And, you know, when it comes to the Valks I think are just outside the playoff run, or playoff contention. But they can score real fast. even if they're down. Their 3-point percentage, like anybody can hit. The people that did hit threes, 50%, 37%, 50%, 50%. They can shoot. They can get themselves in the game just by shooting. So they are kind of a very dangerous team because, if it's not Kate Martin, it's Tip Hayes, it's Saloon, it's late, is now Rupert is shooting threes. I mean, if you guys saw the game last night, you know how she got down. They're just a very dangerous team, even though they're an expansion team and they don't have a lot of quote unquote stars on the team. They are a team to look out for. Then on Saturday, we only had 2 games. We had LA taking on New York, and LA won 101-99. This game was a buzzer beater, if I'm not mistaken, from the one and only Rakia Jackson. Literally, I don't even know. The shot went up. It kind of got partially blocked, but it was up enough to rotate and just get into the basket. It was getting ready to go into overtime. Rakia got the ball, and the rest is history. But on New York, Sabrina had a 30 ball. She had 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. She hit 2 3-pointers. Natasha Cloud, 22 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. JJ, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Phoebish, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 3 blocks. And then everybody that played scored except for Talbot. You would have thought that would have been enough to take over or take on Los Angeles Sparks, but oh no, because Rakia Jackson led her team with 24 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal on 60% shooting. She hit 4 3-pointers. She was 66% from 3. Kelsey Plum, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. She was 50% from 3. She hit 3 threes. De'Erica Hamby, 17 points, 10 rebounds, double-double, 1 assist, 1 steal. She was 72% from the field. Right now, De'Erica Hamby is actually leading the league in field goal percentage. So if y'all are into numbers, y'all can check that out. She hit 1 3-pointer. That was 100%. Azure, 17 points, 11 rebounds. That's a double-double. 2 assists. She hit, she was 47% from the field. She didn't hit any threes, surprisingly. She's usually the sniper. And then Ray Burrell coming off the bench, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Again, everybody that played scored, and it was enough. It was enough. It came down to the wire, and Rakia put that shot up and deflated New York, and like I said, the rest is history. Then you have Seattle taking on Washington, and surprise, 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 surprise. Y'all like that? Washington beat Seattle 69-58. Seattle is another team. I called them my sleeper team earlier in the season. Seattle is a sneaky team because you may think you have them, but they have the ability to fight back. And it's like they can take over at the at the craziest moments where you think you got the game sold up. Sony Citron hitting threes, Slim getting to the basket, Kiki powering people in the paint, then Shakira Austin powering people in the paint. When you don't have them, you got Melbourne shooting shots. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how they're never out of the game. They're never out of the game until the 0-0s hit and that sound, that horn goes off. Most of the time, Washington is just chipping away at the lead if they have a deficit, and then they end up hanging on and winning the games. But Seattle, who lost, Nneka Ogwumike was the leading scorer with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Erica Wheeler had 12 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 1 steal. That was it in double figures that game. But you had Washington. Shakira Austin led her team, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist. Suge Sutton, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Sony Citron, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Got her a dub. 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Slim, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. And that was it in double figures. I mean, right under them was Kiki Irfin with 7 points. She did have 11 rebounds, but that was enough to take on the Seattle, I was going to say Supersonic, Seattle Storm. And then we go to Sunday. Sunday was jam-packed with a lot of games there. We had Connecticut taking on Golden State Valks, and another surprise. I should make that a sound so y'all don't have to hear me singing it. But Connecticut beat Golden State Valks 95-64. The Golden State Valks that I was just talking about, like they got heaters on their team. They can score very quickly. They did not score Connecticut. Connecticut beat them 95-64. Crazy score to see, being that Connecticut is the very last team in the league, struggling to get wins. I think they were sitting at 3 wins at that point. But the only 2 people that scored in double figures for Golden State was Victoria Burton with 10 points, 2 rebounds, and what's her name? Ileana Ruper. I just said her name. Ruper. That's not how you say it, I don't think. 13 points, 4 rebounds. Everybody else was in single digits. You had Kate Money Martin and Saloon right there with 9 points, but it wasn't enough. But at this point, they did not have their leading scorer, which is Kayla Thornton. They didn't have Thornton. And later on during the week, we'll see that they lost a lot of players. Not a lot, but they lost 3 major players due to injury. But they didn't have her, and I guess they just weren't prepared because Connecticut came in and put that BTA on them. Tina Charles led everyone, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Money Mabry, 15 points, 4 assists. Bria Hartley, 15 points, 3 assists. JC Sheldon, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. And that was all they needed. 4 people in double digits. My girl Anissa Morrow, I just want to point her out. She had 8 points, 11 rebounds, 2 steals. She's still finding her way. She's still trying to get in where she fits in now that she's been moved to the starting position, just, getting her groove in there. I think she's going to be better. She's going to improve more and more over time that she's there in the starting lineup. But shout out to Coach for finally putting her in the starting lineup. Then we had Indiana taking on my Chicago Sky. We already know how that went. Indiana did beat them 93-78. We did not have Angel Reese again. Our starting lineup was Rachel Banham, Kia Nurse, Beck Allen, Camila Cardoso, and E. Will. And it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for Indiana. Indiana's on a heater right now. Kelsey Mitchell is playing out of her mind. AB is doing great. I get now Sophie's coming up a little bit. She's hit or miss, but she's there when they need her. Ari McDonald, amazing. So they're doing really well. They're a fully functional team. They only have one person that's out, which is CC. So everybody else is full strength, fully healthy, and they've had time in the game to play with each other. Ari is a little new, but they've had some time where they found their thing that works. And right now, that thing that works, that person is called Kelsey Mitchell. So she's burning it. But for Chicago, even though Big Mama Rach had 26 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, Kia Nurse 14 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, Beck Allen, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Camilla, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block. E. Will with 9 points, 8 rebounds. Wasn't enough because, like I said, Kelsey Mitchell was in the game. Kelsey Mitchell hit 35 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 63% from the field. She hit 7 3-pointers, y'all. Seven 3-pointers. We don't have anything for that. Chicago doesn't have anything for that. Leah Boston, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Ari McDonald, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Timpson off the bench, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. And that was that. Then we had my Aces taking on Dallas. That's the game they should have won. They did win. They won 106-80. Dallas had Arike with 18 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Dejanay, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Haley Jones, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. Tierra McCowan came off the bench, 12 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. But again, not enough. Paige did not play in this game. So it allowed Vegas to do what they needed to do. Jackie Young came through with 24 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. KB had 19 points. 19 points. She had more points than Asia had, which is crazy. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. She hit 3 3-pointers. Jackie hit 5 3-pointers. Asia Wilson, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks. 50% from the field, 100% from 3. The lady was doing her thing. Nalissa Smith, 11 points, 7 rebounds. Chelsea Gray, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Jewel Lloyd, off the bench, 20 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal. Everybody, again, that played scored outside of big girl. I keep calling her big girl. Hot girl Meg. This was the first game that they pulled Jewel Lloyd and put her on the bench, giving KB a start. I think that was not her first start, but I think that's like her third start in her career. And they showed out. Now, granted, it was against Dallas, but they did show out. It was definitely a boost that they needed, because had they lost against Dallas, we wouldn't hear the end of it. So they did what they needed to do. But as you'll see, I don't know, that was a good win, and then we suffered a great loss after that. Then we had Phoenix taking on Washington. Phoenix did win 88-72. Washington had Shakira Austin with 20 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Citron had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. And then Jade Melbourne had 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. That was it in double figures. Phoenix was led by Alyssa Thomas, 27 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. She was flirting with another triple-double. 3 steals, 1 block, 66% from the field. Satu gave them 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Akoa Makati, is that how you say her name? Makani had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Mac had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. And Loxa coming off the bench, 13 points. And they took care of business. Took care of Washington Mystics. And then our final game on Saturday was Atlanta taking on Minnesota. Atlanta did beat Minnesota 90-86. Collier or Nafisa had 32 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, another efficient night. Alana Smith, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Courtney Williams, 11 points, 1 rebound, 9 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Heidemann off the bench, 10 points, 3 assists. And they weren't able to take care of Atlanta because Atlanta came through with Brittany Griner. BG coming through. I don't remember the last time she led her team in scoring. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Jordan Canada, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Alicia Gray, 12 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 4 steals. And then you had Walker Kimbrough coming off the bench, 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. And they were able to take care of Minnesota. On Monday, where's my mouse? Monday, we had 2 games? Boom. 2 games. We had Seattle taking on Connecticut. This time Connecticut wasn't as lucky. Connecticut kind of got stomped by Seattle, 101-85. Connecticut had Bria Hartley with 17 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Tina Charles, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. JC Sheldon off the bench, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And Olivia Nelson-Adota, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. My girl Morrow had 9 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. But Seattle, NECA said, I got something to say. 26 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Gabby Williams, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. NECA also hit 4 threes. Skylar Diggins, 11 points. This was her triple-double night. So NECA may have led the team in scoring. But Skylar came in and did everything else. 11 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 blocks, 66% from the field. Killing it all. Ezzy had 10 points, 5 rebounds, and Malonga had 12 points off the bench, 6 rebounds. It was all about Skylar and NECA that night, and it was just too much for Connecticut Sun. Let me see. RC popped in. RC said, Jay, I ain't going to stop until you get some Wingstop. Oh, my goodness. Chicago Cheetahs in the house. Good evening, dear. What's going on? RC says, Jay, I went in the Minnesota versus Las Vegas game, understandably cheering for the Lynx. Cook the Aces. I am a hanging on Aces fan, but their play is a slap in the face, and I really love Fee and K-Mac. Well, RC, do what you need to do. You know, I can't stop anybody from what they want to do with their fandom. As for me, I'm sticking beside them. Like I'm on, what show was that says, is that your man? And she says, yep. And I'm going to stick beside him. That's your man? I think it was Steve, right? Steve is from, where's Steve from? Jerry Springer or Maury? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Steve Wilkos, I think is his name. But anyway, yeah, I'm sticking beside my Aces. The next game we had up was Dallas versus New York. And what do you know? Sing it with me. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to make that a sound. 92-82. Dallas Wings beat New York. New York is on a losing streak at this point. They beat New York by 10. New York had JJ with 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Sabrina had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Izzy, who's starting now, 10 points, 4 rebounds. Talbot, who came off the bench, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Not enough, which is crazy. Because Dallas came in, Arike had 20 points, 1 rebound, 14 assists, 1 steal, 14 assists. Paige Beckers, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Both Enrique and Paige hit two 3-pointers, as well as Geisa Soder, who also hit two. She had 14 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block. That's all they needed. Everybody else, 8, 9, 8, 4, 4, 3, and 2. That was enough to take care of New York. Crazy, right? That was enough to take care of New York. Even with JJ in there. Dallas whipped up on New York, which is crazy. Then Tuesday came around. We had, 3 games? So Golden State took on Atlanta. This is where we saw our first sighting of Mean Green. If you don't know who that is, we might talk about that a little bit later in News Around the Dub. But Mean Green made an appearance there at the Golden State game, but Golden State did beat Atlanta in a close one, 77-75. I believe this was a buzzer beater by Salon, if I'm not mistaken, or like a seal the deal kind of shot. Am I still there? Okay, we still there. Tip Hayes, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Burton, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. You had Xander Lazzini with 18 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. You had Late with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Everyone else was in single digits. On Golden State, did that backwards. Atlanta had Jordan Canada with 21 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists. Alicia Grace, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Naz Hillman came off the bench, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And I believe that was it on Atlanta. But yeah, Golden State Valks took care of Atlanta. I don't know if that's a surprise, but they definitely did take care of them. RC says, what's wrong with the Liberty? Aren't they now 17-11? I mean, whoa, wow. Didn't they start out like 9-0? Yeah, they did. They were neck and neck with Minnesota, but New York was the first team out of the 2 to lose a game. What's wrong with them gals? They're missing a lot, man. Like, they can't. It seems very hard for them to function without JJ and Stewie. They struggled without JJ, and then JJ came back, and now they're struggling without Stewie. They also don't have what's her name? I can't think of her name. Kennedy Burke. They didn't have Sabali. So a lot of their pieces are missing, but they did get Emma Messerman, who hasn't played yet, but I think she might be playing next game, so maybe that'll help with some of the stuff that they need. But they also, in the meanwhile, waived Marquisha and they waived Jalen Sherrod. So I don't know what's going on over there in New York, but they did what they did. Chicago Cheetah. Oh, RC is talking to Chicago Cheetah. Can you say the word domination? Becky, how could you let that transpire? Tulip says, hey, Jay, I didn't get the notification this time. Shake my head. YouTube are annoying. Yeah, I don't know why the notification didn't come through. I'm not really sure how that works or why. But yeah, Burke, you were right. Tulip, is Burke. RC says the Valkyries getting punched by the injury bug, but I still believe they'll be in a playoff race down to the last minute. They could sneak in there. They definitely can. One more mediocre to underwhelming year by Becky. Watch her seat get hot, Jay, especially if we get eliminated early. Yeah, can we get into the playoffs? I mean, right now we're in the 8th spot. Actually, when I show the standings, that's actually going to show Fridays and Saturday standing. I normally do the show Friday before the games or Thursday after the game. So the standings are current. They're not, the end of this last week that I'm talking about. But anyway, did I go over who had what? Yes, I did. And then the next game was Washington taking over Chicago. It was a winnable game, in my opinion. These games, a lot of these games where we're not getting blown out, have been winnable games up to a certain point, and then like we kind of lose it because we were sticking with them for most of the game. It wasn't anything crazy until the fourth quarter. But again, we were not playing with Angel. We were not playing with Ariel. I was about to say Ariel Powers. Ariel Atkins. Oh no. My bad. Angel did play this game because this was the game where her family was there. Her mom, her sister, her grandma, all her family was there because if y'all don't know, she's from Baltimore. That's closer to DC. So a lot of her family came to see her play, even though she had some back injuries. I think the only reason she did play was because her grandma could see her play, and that was the first game that her grandma has ever seen her play. So she definitely wanted to be in that. But they came up short, which was crazy to me because listen to this. We had Angel Reese with 22 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Camila Cardoso with 21 points, 9 rebounds. Rachel Bannon with 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Beck Allen with 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. And you telling me with Angel and Camilla in double digits, not even double digits, 20 point double digits, also getting double doubles. Wait a minute, she got 10. They didn't credit her. Camilla got 10 rebounds that game, not 9. W need to fix that. But they got double doubles that game and still no win. That's because Sony Citron and Kiki Irifin decided that they had something they also wanted to say. Sony Citron, 28 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 66 from the field, 5 3-pointers. 5 of 6, by the way. She was 83% from 3. Kiki had 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Brittany Sykes, Slim, had 18 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. And everybody else, 8, 6, a bunch of 6s, 5 and 4. And they took care of the game. It's just been some tough losses for us. LA took on the Sparks, and LA did win 89. I'm sorry. Vegas, I said LA took on the Sparks. Vegas took on the Sparks, and Vegas did win 89-74. Really, it was another game that they should have won. So not super impressive, but Kelsey Plum, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. Hamby had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Ray Burrell off the bench, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Azare had 9 points. Rakia had 6. Vegas, on the other hand, you had Asia Wilson with 34 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Also 100% from 3. Jackie Young, 18 points. She got a triple-double. 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. So now for the triple-double, we have Caitlin, Angel, AT, Skylar Diggins, and now Jackie Young. I don't remember the last time there's been 5 players in the W that all have triple-doubles. This is a special season. Players have kind of upped their caliber, upped their game, and it's beautiful to see. Jackie with the trip dub, also 3 steals, also 2 3-pointers. And you had Dana Evans coming off the bench, 10 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Everyone else was in single digits. I already said what LA had. Then we move on to Wednesday. Wednesday, we had 1, 2, 3 games as well. We had Phoenix taking on Indiana. That was a tight game. Came down to the wire. Indiana did win 107-101. Real quick, let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Tulip says Valks only got one injury. They'll be all right. No, because Tip didn't play. Last game, Tip didn't play. We know Kayla Thornton is out for the season, and it was one other person. Xander Lucini is also out. She didn't play last game. Unless everybody is good now. As of recently, those are the three players that they didn't have. RC says, and Monique Billings. Monique Billings is out as well. Yeah. Yep, I said Xander Lucini is out. Yeah. Tulip says Asia had to go superhuman to win the game versus Sparks. She was the difference. Tulip says fair enough to RC. Okay, now y'all are just talking. But on box score, let me see. On Phoenix, we had Alyssa Thomas, 32 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Kai Copper, 22 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Sammy Whitcomb, 18 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. That was it. That was it in double figures. Meanwhile, on Indiana, Ari McDonald went off, 27 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. Aaliyah Boston, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist. Sophie Cunningham, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Dantas, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And Chloe Bibby, 10 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. Killed it. The next game was Atlanta versus Dallas. Atlanta did win. Another tight one. Atlanta did win, end up winning. Naz Hillman, if I'm not mistaken, hit that 3 and took care of the game. Naz has been on her improvement as well. Like she definitely, especially on the 3 ball, she has been really showing that, she's been working on that. Dallas, Paige had 21 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. Geisa Soder, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Arike, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Haley Jones, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. And that was it in double figures there. Then you had the ATL, Alicia Gray, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Bree Jones, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Maya Caldwell, 13 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal. Pow, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. And Naz Hillman coming off the bench, 21 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. And like I said, she hit that 3-pointer to seal the deal. She did hit 5 in the game. Killing it. Then we had New York taking on Minnesota. This was the first meeting, the first rematch between the finals participants. And last game, New York won the title. This game, Minnesota beat New York 100-93, giving them another loss. So they're, again, definitely on a losing streak. New York had Saab had Sabrina, but sometimes I say Saab. Sabrina had 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Maureen Johannes had 14 points, 4 rebounds. JJ, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Natasha Cloud, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Izzy Harrison off the bench, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Minnesota did what Minnesota does. Fee had 30 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Again, 68.8% from the field. She hit 2 3-pointers as well. Kayla McBride, 24 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. She hit 5 3-pointers. Atlanta Smith, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 71% from the field. She hit 2 3-pointers. Bridget Carlton, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. She hit 3 3-pointers. And then you had Heidemann off the bench, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. She gave the team two threes. Just outshot them. Another team that has shooters, or at least have players that are capable of shooting threes that can definitely get them out of situations real fast, and that can also put you in a deficit real fast. Also, I just want to let y'all know, sometimes I don't notice, I can't tell if I'm like lagging sometimes, or if it starts kind of fading in and out as I'm talking. My internet says it's at full strength. It's amazing. I don't know why, but I watched the episode back from last week, and I kept going in and out like like I was buffering or something. I don't know. I can't see it from my side, but if I am buffering or something, I apologize, y'all. Hopefully, y'all will let me know. Let me see. RC says JSpot Chloe Bibby got signed the rest of the season with the Fever, like I really hope she would. If they're gonna win it all, I'm gonna need CC to be involved, simply because I already know what's gonna have. Wait, because I already know what's gonna have to CC. She's gonna get crucified if the Fever win it all without her J. Oh my God. I don't think they're gonna allow them to win it all without her. I think she'll be back, probably maybe near the end of the season, or maybe not even to the playoffs. I don't know. Just depends on how bad her injury is, but she'll be there. I don't see them letting her not be a part of something. RC also says Nafisa is like that. She bossed up on New York in that huge finals rematch. Sabrina did her thing. I really enjoyed the Lynx Liberty game immensely. RC says, Jay, please tell me you saw her go 8 for 8 by halftime today. That was nuts. I never seen anything like she was like Klay Thompson when he was in his prime with Golden State. I watched some of the game. I was, like I told y'all, I was stuck at an appointment, so I didn't get to see the game like on TV. I was watching it on my phone, but it was kind of like in and out, so I wasn't able to see that. But I did hear that. Tulip says they're actually better without her, meaning the Fever. All right. Where was I at? I was talking about New York and Minnesota. Then we go on to Thursday. I don't have a graphic for Thursday. Usually when they only play one game, they don't make a graphic, and I don't make a graphic. But Golden State did take on Washington. Golden State did win by 68-67. Washington had Sony Citron 16 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Kiki 10 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Sakira Austin 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Golden State had Ileana led the team, 11 points, 7 rebounds. Timmy Fagbinlay had 10 points, 6 rebounds. Victoria Burton 10 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists. 10 assists is crazy. And then Kate Martin off the bench, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. So yeah, they did. I don't remember watching this game. I don't think I caught it to know what happened, but it does look like it came down to the wire. Oh, which is crazy. It's crazy that Washington lost this game because Golden State only scored 6 points in the fourth quarter, which is crazy. Washington scored 12. But Golden State also scored 30 points in the first quarter to Washington's 20. Then they beat them in the first half. Washington came back in the second half, not enough to make up the deficit, but that 21 points and 12 points almost got them there. And, Golden State ended up with the dub. Then we go to Thursday, the last game of, oh, that was it. Thursday was the last game of our week. That's it, because Friday goes into the next week, and we're not going to get into that. Thank goodness. We're not going to talk about Friday or today. We're not going to get into it. Tulip says, biggest loss of the season, second biggest loss of all time. The Aces down bad. Yep, we're going to leave that for next week, because that loss has not happened in my world yet. Although I did see that, and it was crazy. All right. Now for a little news around the dub before we get into the fashions. We already know this, but Cam Brink was cleared, and she did make her debut. What game was that she played? It was against the Aces, right? She made her debut against the Aces on the 29th. Cam Brink did get 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. She was 1 for 3 from the field, and 1 for 3 on 3-pointers. She didn't shoot a lot, but she literally is just coming back. So I know LA is very happy to have her back. She was really good, good rim protector. She used to lead the league last season in blocks. So I'm very excited to see Cam Brink. I know she's just kind of been sitting there itching to get back into the game and get back into the swing of things. So shout out to her. She also had, what was her next game? The next game was this past Friday, which we'll have to get into next week. But yeah, so she was cleared. She came back. She did a little bit, and she went to go sit back down. But shout out to Cam Brink. Then this you can't see this. Hold on. Why is this looking like this? This looks crazy. I'm gonna have to fix it. Sorry guys, this looks a little crazy, but I wanted to put this on here because people have been talking noise. People have been talking noise about my girl Camila Cardoso. Yes, they're not winning games, but they're not winning games anyway. It don't matter who's in the game. We're just not winning games. Like, we got a lot of close games. We came close a few times, but it has not been the result that anybody has wanted. But my girl has had a streak of 5 double-doubles. This is the first time in her professional career that she has had this streak of double-doubles. She's been consistent for the team ever since the break. She had a couple of, rough games, but outside of that, she's really been, finding her stride. And you can see right there, she's had a game of, I think this one might look a little better. I'll have to fix it because I had to change it for you might be able to see it. Oh, that's kind of small though, right? Hold on. I think you can see that. There we go. So she's had 14 points, 11 rebounds, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 12 points, 12, 13 and 13, and 10 and 10 her last 5 games. I'm so super proud and happy for Camila. They've been really giving her a hard time being on Chicago and asking, a lot of questions of her and if she's got it or if she really wants to play basketball and all this other stuff. And I will just say that Camila has had some not so great games, but your chances are better with Camila in the game than they are without her. Obviously, when we don't have Angel and we don't have Ariel, who are our number 1 and 2 scorers, Camila's number 3. Yeah, it's going to hurt the team because you're missing a lot of stuff that Angel brings that nobody else brings, and Ariel brings that nobody else brings. But Camilla brings some things to the game too. So I just wanted to take a moment to shout out Camilla, because I feel like she gets a lot of heat, even though some people may disagree with it. But for me, I want to continue to uplift and encourage Camilla. Not that, I mean, I don't know if she watches this, but you're never going to hear me say a bad word about her. Critical, I can be critical, yes, but she also needs some uplifting as well. So shout out to Camilla. I hope the streak continues. I hope that, the last game they played, it looked like she hurt her hand or her wrist. And from what I can tell, she's okay. She just showed herself. She was at on the river or on the lake or something in Chicago. Didn't look like she had anything on her wrist. Didn't look like she needed a brace or anything like that. So hopefully she can play on Sunday. And I'm crossing my fingers that we can get Angel and Ariel back. Maybe that will help. I do like Uzin. She was doing some really good things for the team, even though she had just gotten there. So hopefully, she the team will find a way to end this season on a positive note, even if it's not making the playoffs. I just want them to start winning some games. Tulip says, I don't think she gets heat, to be honest. All the heat goes to Angel. No, a lot of heat goes to Angel, but yeah, I see it with my own two eyes. And that's the argument a lot of people make. Angel gets all the heat. Yeah, Angel is the most popular player in basketball. Um, she's been getting heat. She's been getting a lot of unnecessary um, um, standards put on her. Um, she gets a lot of hate, and I'm not going to take that away from Angel. Yes, she does. And in comparison to Angel, yeah, there's a lot of players that don't get the hate that Angel gets. But I see it with my own two eyes. A lot of people come at Camilla. A lot of it is because of the LSU and South Carolina rivalry. So in order to, there's Camilla fans that come at Angel, and then Angel fans that combat that and come at Camilla, and then there's some people that come at Camilla saying that, she's a number 3 pick and Angel's number 7, so number 3 should be doing better. Why is Angel doing better than Camilla? It's like a whole thing, stuff that Camilla does not deserve, didn't ask for it, and she didn't ask them to pick her third. They picked her third, and it is what it is. But the most important thing is that I know Angel and Camilla love playing with each other. They've said that. They've let it be known. Angel has said nothing but the utmost things about Camilla. She's talked about encouraging her. She's talked about how Camilla has encouraged her as well. So, I mean, that's all I really care about. But I also want to uplift Camilla publicly as well. Even though she might not get as much as Angel, she does. She gets it, and no one's gonna gaslight me to say that she doesn't, because I see it. I see it on my timeline. I see it. She may not get it from the media, but I see people kind of unfairly coming at her, and those are the people that I'm talking to, not necessarily mainstream media. Angel's critiques and her issues are like leaps and bounds above anybody else that is having anything being done to them or said about them. Angel is, God bless that girl for being able to still thrive and and be successful in spite of all the stuff that's against her. She's on a different level. Um, Let me see. Tulip says when Angel is out, Miller's numbers go up, vice versa, but the team gets worse overall without them. Yeah. I mean, because obviously you have to lean on Camilla more, especially when you don't have Angel or Ariel. And like I said, Camilla is number 3 in scoring. So if your number 1 and your number 2 are out, you got to go to your number 3, right? And so yeah, her numbers will go up if they're feeding her. It's gonna naturally go up. And obviously, if Angel comes back, the numbers may go down a bit. But we know, or we see that she's capable, and we know a couple of those games where they both have gotten double doubles. They both have gotten 17, 18 points apiece. They both have gotten 20 points apiece. It's possible that they both can coexist and still both of them do well while both of them are in the game. But yeah, the team does get worse overall without them. Also, more rebounds are available when big AR5 ain't snagging them all. Yeah, because everything that comes off that board is hers. Like she says, everything that comes off that board is hers. Did y'all see? Did y'all see when Angel? This was in the Washington game. Angel fell trying to make her shot. Fell on the ground. She's on her, not laying on her back, but she's like literally falling. She's on the ground, catches the rebound on the ground, passes the ball to Camilla. Camilla gets the shot. So not only did she get the rebound, she got an assist on top of that. Like the ball, and the rebounding and Angel go together real bad. Like it was three other people standing around Washington players, and the person who got the rebound was Angel on the floor. Crazy, crazy. The issue is the other three players have to be lights out. That's correct. Tulip says me bounds. Yes, that is also correct. Yeah, the issue with Chicago, frankly, it's never really been the front court. I was gonna say front end. It's never really been the front court. Like, yeah, they have some of their issues. They're not perfect. They don't, everything isn't great every single time, but they are the most consistent on that team. You know what you're going to get from Angel. You know what you're going to get from Camilla. You know you can get some stuff from E Will, but you don't really know if the shooters are going to show up. You don't really know in a given night what Kia's going to do, what Beck Allen's going to do. Rachel's been consistent, more and more consistent these past, say, 5-6 games. She's been doing well in her role, but you don't know what you're going to get from HVL. I know she's injured now, but it's just like we don't know. It's a lot we don't know from a lot of our players. We could have them where they're all shooting the lights out, and there's going to be some games where we're like, do y'all even know how to play basketball? It's too inconsistent. But you're definitely right about that. And then the players for the week, the players of the week, the W named was Sabrina Ionescu and Dearica Hamby. Now, Sabrina got it for the East, and Dearica got it for the West. Sabrina had an average of 24.6 rebounds and 7 assists, whereas Dearica had 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 steal per game. So shout out to those players of the East and West, Sabrina and Dearica. All right. Let's see. Problem is finding three lights out shooters is almost impossible. So one of the two skyscrapers need to develop a three ball eventually, in my opinion, ideally. Yeah, I think here's the thing. Consistently, yes, but Camilla can shoot that three. She just doesn't. For whatever reason. Now, I think it's also a confidence thing. It's like the big leagues or whatever. You don't really want to mess up. But she can shoot it. Angel's been working on her shot. I think Angel being the stretch four that she eventually wants to definitely turn into. I think she would be the person that would probably develop that on a consistent level. I think she's going to work a lot on that. A lot. She's going to work on that a lot in the off season. I think that's going to be something that she adds to her bag as she continues to grow. But yeah, you're right. Banji Baby says Angel, Camilla, and Ariel are the most consistent three. Yep. When Ariel's in the game, I didn't mention Ariel, but yeah, when Ariel's in the game, definitely consistent there. But the front court, if we divide it up between the front court and the guards, front court is definitely the most consistent that Chicago has. But yeah, you throw Ariel in there, they are definitely 1, 2, and 3. Tulip says Saab been cooking since All-Star break. Yes, she has. Hamby averages last week 20, 12, and 77% shooting. 77. That's why she's leading the league in field goal percentage. Speaking of, I didn't here I go again. I forgot to show you the standings. Before we get into the fashions, we're going to check out the standings. And I promise I'm going to actually show the screen. I'm going to show the screen this time, so don't y'all worry. Look at that. I did it early. So this is as of right now. Because I don't know. There's no way on here that I can change it and take off Friday and Saturday's game. So this is as of right now. Minnesota is still at number 1. They are 6. Like, here's the thing. They're not in danger of losing the number 1 spot. Literally, New York is 6 games behind. 6 games behind the Minnesota Lynx. And the crazy thing is that's 12 games, because every physical game is a half game. So they would need 12 wins to catch up to Minnesota, which is crazy when you think about it. It's either going to be like some combination of Minnesota losing 5 to 6 games while New York is winning 5 to 6 games. That can happen as well. They don't have to win like 12 games, because it all depends on what Minnesota does. But let's say Minnesota loses 6 games, New York goes on a 6-game winning streak. Now they're tied. Obviously, Minnesota would have the tiebreaker, but that it can be just like that. But 6 games is a lot. Like, we got 17, 16 games left. So I'm probably going to call it that Minnesota has the number 1 spot. Now, we'll see what happens with fee. Anything could happen, but I think Minnesota is there. Then you have New York. Number 2 at 17-10. Atlanta Dream at number 3 with 17-11. Minnesota. Phoenix is sitting at number 4 with 16-11. Indiana Fever is right there, number 5, 16-12. They are tied with Seattle Storm, who are also 16-12. Seattle Storm is at number 6, though. Excuse me. Golden State Valks are sitting at number 7 at 14-13. And then Las Vegas Aces, with their loss today, puts them back at 500. And they are number 8. So if the playoffs were to end today, it would be these 8 teams: Minnesota, New York, Atlanta, Phoenix, Indiana, Seattle, Golden State, and Las Vegas. And that means Vegas will have to play Minnesota, Golden State will have to play New York, Seattle would play Atlanta, and Indiana plays Phoenix, unless they do it some other kind of way. But that's usually how they've been doing it. Rounding out the bottom teams, you got Washington with at 13-14, sitting at number 9. You got LA at 12-15 at number 10. Dallas is at number 11 at 8-21. You got my Chicago Sky at 12 at 7-20. And Connecticut Sun rounding out the bottom at 5-21, sitting at number 13. And the crazy thing is Connecticut is only 3 games. 17, 16 and a half, 6. Yeah, 3 games. 3 wins away from being where Chicago is. So I don't know. If Chicago loses 3 games and Connecticut wins 3 games, Connecticut is number 12 and Chicago is number 13. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. But then again, if you look at, Chicago and Dallas are tied as far as games behind. So a win for Chicago and a loss for Dallas, they could flip and Chicago can go to 11. But then they are 5 games away. 5 games away, 10 actual games away from LA. So I don't see Chicago. I don't see how Chicago makes it into the playoffs with the teams that we have left, because they are 5 games away from the Sparks and 6 games away from Washington And like I said, actual games, that's 12. So it's a combination of who wins and loses. And Chicago just ain't got it together enough for me to feel confident that they could string together a bunch of wins in order to take over these teams. So we'll see where they end up. They are on a seven game losing streak. New York is on a 4 game winning losing streak. And the hottest team right now is actually Indiana, winning 4 in a row. So those are your standings. Let me see. Tulip says the race for 8th is heating up. Also, no risk of losing 1 seed, winning by 40, but Cheryl still won't rest fee. She got hurt. Yeah, like you're not in danger of losing your number 1 spot. You could lose at least 3 games, 3 to 4 games, still be a number 1. Like I just said, actually 6, but you don't want to do that. But no risk of losing your number 1 seed. You were winning by a large amount. Fee didn't even need to be in the game past halftime, but it is what it is. Sam says, "Good to see you, Jay. I'm loving my links so much this season." Shout out to you, Sam. Links are doing the thing. Banji Baby says 6 games is like a week. This season has been moving so fast. Yeah. Tulip wanted a update on Fee, and Sam says, so far, all I've heard is right ankle injured. If I were coach, I rest her the next 2 games, except that we might get the L against Seattle, but we can afford that right now. Yeah, the Lynx can afford. Like I just said, you can lose like 4 games, and you'll still be number 1. Banji Baby says Seattle to get them out of here. You need Seattle to get them out of here? Is that what you mean? I want Washington to slide in there. They've improved a lot. Sam says Aces are dangerously close to being out of playoff contention. If they miss playoffs, Becky for sure gone. That's interesting. Let me see. I didn't even look. How far? They're right on the cusp. They lose 1 more game. They're tied with Washington. So literally they're 1 game. They're 1 game away from Washington Mystics. That's 1 literal game. 1 win, 1 loss. So if Aces lose, Washington can slide up in there. Pause. So it's kind of all on Washington. And I mean, LA is right there. LA is only a couple games, a couple wins away. So yeah, it's right there. Golden State, Vegas, Washington, LA. That little section right here between winning and losing, it could be dangerous. It can be crazy. I think, what did I say? I was on live this morning. I think I said I thought, did I say I thought Washington and both Washington and the Valks could make it into the playoffs? Is that what I said? Or did I say LA and the Valks? I can't remember what I said now. But it is definitely possible for either of those teams, Washington or LA, to make it in. And if if Vegas don't get their stuff together, yeah, it can be rough and stuff for them. Tulip says the sun about to jump the sky at this rate, right? Because they got Money Mabry back. They're starting to click. Tina Charles is playing like she just started playing basketball. she got new legs. They're on a trajectory. They're on a trajectory of going up, whereas Chicago, we don't know what's going on yet. Tulip says the Sky on a dang 7-game losing streak, down bad. Yeah, we are. Sam says Chicago Sky truly effed themselves this season, and we got their pick for 2026. Yes, you do. You're right. Banji Baby says Connecticut ain't gonna win 3 though. Okay, she said Connecticut not gonna do it. All right. Tulip says I'm sending you a hug, Jay, for moral support. It's okay. It's all right. I'm going to stick beside him. I ain't got nothing else to do. I got to stick beside him. LA hottest team. They're 6-1 now, and they're healthy. Um, Tulip says all 6 games scored 90 plus, including 200-point games. Banji says Washington deserves it more, and I love aces. Tulip says it's Leela Lacan, Jay, since Layla joined up with the Sun. They've improved a lot. She's a two-way hooper. Yeah, they've improved a lot with her, but Mabry coming back from injury. That's another, bit of offense that they could use. They are utilizing Niece more and more. She's a beast. They don't call her Niece the Beast for no reason. She's helping on the boards. She's also good at putbacks. She's shown her strength battling in the paint. So the better she gets, that's gonna also help them. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Tulip says just 22. What is that? Hey, Quita. Quita's in the house. Quita says these last 2 days of games have been wild. They've been crazy. Like the game, what did I just watch last night? Who was that? That was down to the wire. Oh my gosh. Was it Seattle? It was Seattle and was it Seattle and LA? I think that's what it was. Crazy, down to the wire. Quita says the can is really good. Banji Baby says niece has been great. I don't know if they waited for her to develop more, but she's been on one. Yeah, it was just her, I think, coming back from injury. Um, her coming back from injury, her getting more comfortable with how they're playing, their system and it just fitting in, period. For hold on, y'all. Hold on. Real quick. My dog has escaped. I need to go make sure he ain't doing nothing crazy out in my living room. 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. Sorry. I had to make sure he wasn't destroying something. Hold on. Yeah, so we were talking about Niece. Yeah, Niece has been on one. I'm so happy for her. I'm just happy that she is continuously improving. So happy for her. So we're gonna get. Hold on, I'm gonna get out of this real quick. There we go. We're done with the standings. We're gonna go back over here. There we go. Let me see. Lacan is 20. I meant Jay, and already about. Oh yeah. I think I don't know if that was her or if it was. What other player were they talking about? Because Dominique is the youngest in the league right now at 19, but there's somebody else that is like right above her. They didn't say it wasn't Lacan they were talking about. Somebody else. Oh, was it somebody on Minnesota? I think it was somebody on Minnesota who's Is she French as well? I don't remember. Don't get me to lying. But uh yeah, okay, Lacan is 20. Jeremy says it was the Storm versus Sparks. Yep. That game was really, really good. LA versus Seattle, the game of the year, no doubt. Oh, that was so good. I love when games come down to the wire as long as it's not my teams. I can't take it watching my teams be down to the wire, but I love watching games outside of that. Like I love watching when they come down to the wire. It's so exciting. Banji Baby says, can we also give a shout out to all the babies the rookies have been putting on this season? Yes, and I apologize. Last season I was doing a rookie watch. That took a lot of work to get all those stats and like update them every week and have them ready and get them on my graphic and all that other stuff. I just haven't had the time to do it. But yes, the rookies have definitely been really like amazing. Sanaya Rivers came right into the game and started after she came back from, dealing with her mom's, her mom's passing away. Paige is doing what Paige does. Um, Zaza in Dallas is going crazy as well. Oh, excuse me. Dominique has been having herself a game over there in Seattle. Like these teams have really been like, I mean, these players have been doing their thing. Aaliyah Nye, she's kind of hit or miss just because of the situation she's in. Same thing with HVL. HVL is kind of hit or miss. Maddie as well, just because they don't get a lot of playing time, and when they do, it's kind of overshadowed with their team losing a lot. But yeah, they have come in. They've been JJ Quinterly as well. They have just come in just jamming, and not just like the college rookies, but some of these international players that have come over that are rookies as well that are just been phenomenal to be honest. Caitlin Chin also, who got back with the Golden State Valks, she has her moments. So yeah, for the rookies, for the rookies to come in after the draft, and a lot of us were just like, I don't really know how this is going to turn out. They don't really have any quote unquote stars. They didn't really seem like they were going to be doing a bunch outside of Paige, but they have shown me that they're for real. They're good. Even Sarah Ashley Barker on LA, Sanaya Fagan on LA. Again, they don't get a bunch of looks, but they're there, and they're working towards things. But yeah, they've been, shout out to the rookies. I really wanted to do like a special on the rookies. I still may do something like that because they deserve it. Kuso, Russia. Kusu, is that how you say it? Russian? Okay, I think that's what I'm talking about. On the links. Yeah, on the links. So many French players are balling in the W. Yeah, I mean, the W is so full of talent, and I mean, honestly, I am so just happy that we get to see it. Um, I think the response I've been seeing, like W is so popular. People don't just want to watch like one or two teams. They're very excited. Like you get, Valks have one of the largest fan bases. New York still has we're hanging on to my aces. We're hanging on to my sky. But, Atlanta is looking good. Phoenix has been looking good. You got the people are excited about it. And when you have games where people are getting triple doubles, and when you're having games where it's coming down to the wire, when you have a game where Connecticut is whooping your butt in a game, like that's exciting. Like it's so much parity. Anybody can get it. Number 1 to number 13. It don't matter. It just depends on what team shows up at what time. Sometimes you think it's guaranteed and it's not. So, it's been fun. It's been fun this season. I'm almost kind of sad that we're on the back half of it because I don't know. I'm kind of like ready for it to be over, but I'm also kind of sad. Like, man, we're getting down to the last 16, 17 games, and it's going to be playoffs pretty soon. Hey, you need to sit down. Come here. Sorry, y'all. My dog is, I don't know why he's being restless. His medicine has worn off. Come here. You gotta go sit down, bud. He's gonna sit with me for a minute. But yeah, I'm so happy about everything that I've been watching. Tulip says, I'm happy De'Erica got some recognition this week. They keep snugging her for All Stars, MIP last year on rival teams, etc. She's consistently hooping past couple of years. Jonathan says Angel Reese to return from injury on August 5th. What day is that? What game is that? August 5th. How do you know? Did they just announce it? Let me see. What is August 5th? Tuesday. They play Washington again. Okay, Tuesday. Yep. All right, y'all. Let's get into the fashions before we get out of here. I'm gonna take this banner off. By the way, if you like what you see, if you're watching, don't forget to give me the thumbs up. That's always appreciated. Also, give me a sub. We talk basketball over here. We do other things over here too, but it's basketball season, so we're doing that right now. Actually, women's basketball season is 365 now, which is also super exciting. But go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Shout out to everybody who ended up watching my live that I kind of just did a quick live about the whole Candace Parker Angel Reese thing. Shout out to y'all for like getting those views up because that's probably the biggest video I've had in a long time. So shout out to y'all, and I got a bunch of subscribers from that. So if y'all are here watching for the first time, welcome. Thank you for coming through. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Oh, one more thing before we get into fashion, I do have an update on some news around the dub. Last time we met, shout out here. Shout out to Tulip with sub to at the JSpotNetwork. That's right. I'll leave that up. But I just wanted to give an update on the stud buds because we talked about them last week. Having that guy on, Dave Portnoy, I think that's how you say his name. We were kind of saying like we didn't think that would be a good idea. And as soon as I got off the live, the very next day, I think it was announced, or not announced, but Courtney's dad said, no, we're not doing that. We thought we can just have him come on. We'll have a conversation, flame him if we needed to. But, after doing some research and realizing, that probably wasn't the best thing for us and our brand, we're just not going to do it. So they decided not to do it. And, I guess all is right with the world now. And they're going back to just doing regular stud bud stuff. I don't get to watch them all the time. I don't know if they stream every day, but I haven't had the opportunity to see them. It was just by chance I was able to watch them during the All-Star weekend. But shout out to them for deciding to, not take that route. I don't think that was a good move. But again, that was their platform. They're free to do what they want on their platform. Troy is here. I'm late to the party again. It's okay. You're here. No worries. Troy is bringing up, though, that Connecticut will be moving to Boston 2027. I don't know if that's 100% certain yet. I did read an article that pretty much said that the people that own the Sun now want them to move. They want whoever this owner is to take them and move them to Boston, but the WNBA actually has some pushback against that because they want to actually bring a brand new team to Boston and not be the Connecticut Sun. So their stipulation was somebody could buy it, but they had to stay in Connecticut. So I don't know if everything has been finalized 100%, but the article I read was just some things going on. Somebody got a vote on it or whatever. I don't know if everything is finalized, but the W wanted to just bring their own team or a separate team who could be owned by the Boston Celtics person, but they wanted a brand new team to go there and leave Connecticut in Connecticut, just not be owned by the is it Mohican tribe? not by them. So we shall see. Tulip says they only backed out because the heat they got. Damage was done. The fact that they were blocking all the AR fans, telling them not to, was wild. Yeah, I agree with that. Like I kind of, I don't want to say I side eyed, but I was just like, if your dad had to step in and tell you not to do it, uh, it out of respect, you decided not to do it because your dad said it, but it was a thought like you were going to do it, and it wasn't because you cared about Angel or you cared about the image or what it might bring. You wanted the views, you wanted whatever came with that. You weren't concerned about anything else. So I don't know. It wasn't like you did it because you really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I kind of side eyed that a little bit. But like I said, they didn't do it, so we can move on. All right, now let's get. I think I'm ready for the fashion. So right here we have Rakia Jackson in this cheetah print leopard skin. I'm not really sure. I always get cheetah and leopard mixed up. I think it's cheetah. Um, a cheetah design, but shout out to Rakia. Rakia never misses to me. Plus she's been having such a great week. Shout out to Rakia. I like this outfit. It's pretty dope. Then we have Olivia Nelson Adota. She must really love green because I see her wearing a lot of green. This might be something a part of her own line because she does have her own line of clothing. Then we have my girl Niece. Niece, these boots, crazy, crazy. Look how little this girl is. People have the nerve to think that she's big. Look how little that girl is. Oh, also shout out to Niece because if you guys are on Twitter, there's somebody who is imitating her, who is literally has so many followers on Twitter, who acts like every time a picture is let out of Niece, that person is quote tweeting it saying, "Man, I did good tonight. I told y'all I was gonna cook." All this stuff, and people believe her. Anissa Morrow does not have a Twitter account. She only has a TikTok and an IG. She might have a Facebook. I don't know if she has a Facebook, but I know for sure she has an IG and TikTok. I did message her and say, "Hey Niece, could you tell the folks that you ain't got no Twitter because we over here fighting for our lives trying to, make sure people know that that's not you." And she laughed and she asked what the page was. And all that other stuff. So I don't know if she's going to do anything about it or not. I know when I talked to her when we were messaging, she had a game that day. So I'm sure with shoot around and the game and all that stuff, she probably forgot or wasn't thinking about it. But I did let her know there's an imposter out there on Twitter. So maybe she might do something to take them down. I'm not really sure, but shout out to Niece. Then we have, this was the night, this was the Wicked night. So they were supposed to be wearing pink or green or a combination of that for Wicked night. But this is Sanaya Rivers, her pink outfit. I like that. I really like those pants. I think they're dope. Tulip says O&O or Uno loves the fur. W's Ric Flair. Troy says Rakia Action Jackson talking about lights, camera, action. Then we have Dejanay. Dejanay is, I don't really like those leg warmers, but again, Dejanay is somebody who always, I think she always looks good in whatever that she has on. I had to put her on there. Then we have, we have Dewana Bonner. I like this outfit. Now, this lady is so skinny. She's like a sample size model. Like she can put on anything. I really like this. I like the embellishment of the shirt, the top. I really like the shorts. I think they're really cute. And then they have that black trim that goes with the top. She has a black purse and simple black heels. I think the look is cute. I like it. Then we have Mick from Chicago Sky, Michaela Oyinwede. I thought this was a cute little number. Troy says, "Man, I didn't know how PJ Brown's daughter that played for the Mercury is so beautiful." PJ Brown that plays for the Mercury. Who is that? Who's his daughter? Because I don't know. PJ Brown sounds familiar, but I don't know who that is. Then you have Timmy. Timmy been doing some stuff. Timmy has shown up with a afro with butterflies coming out. She has shown up looking regal. Now she's married to the game. Like she came wearing wearing a wedding dress or a veil with the flowers, and then her hand is out showing that she's married to the game. I thought that was a dope look. Oh, Kalani Brown. Is that who you're talking about? Her dad did used to play. I just didn't know who he was. But yeah, Kalani Brown. I didn't find did I have a picture of Kalani? I might have showed her last week. I think I showed her last week. Oh, I think that was it. That was it. It was a short thing this week. So we're gonna go back through because um I didn't have that many this week. So we got Rakia, we got Olivia Olivia Nelson. Olivia Nelson Adota. We have niece, Anissa Morrow. You got Sanaya Rivers. You got Dejanay. You got Dewana Bonner. You got Mick. And you got Timmy Fagbinley. And so my fit of the week this week is, where's my drum roll? Last week I didn't do a drum roll. Let me find it. My fit of the week is that's it. Rakia Jackson. I just like any I just like Rakia Jackson. And I feel like she never misses on those outfits. Shout out to her stylist because she knows exactly what to put on her, what looks good. A lot of it is daring. So shout out to Rakia. Tulip said it should have went to Timmy for creativity, which is true. Timmy did do some things. I'll give her honorable mention, but my pick goes to Rakia. So shout out to Rakia for being the fit of the week on the show. And yeah, let me see. Best viewer. What is this? Who is this? Pogo the Clown. Oh, I don't know. Oh, somebody on Twitch. I do stream on Twitch, so whoever that is on Twitch, I don't know if you're just putting some dropping some promo in my chat or not, but shout out to my peeps on Twitch. And I think I got everybody. So y'all, this has been another show. Thank y'all for hanging with me on a Saturday. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but you were here. I appreciate y'all. I have a video and I freaking forgot. Okay, it's going to drop. It's going to drop today. I got a video that Sess and I recorded. We're talking about Unrivaled. So it's another episode of On the Court with Jay and Sess. And we're talking about Unrivaled, some things that they've been doing in their off season, talking about the controversy that they've been kind of experiencing, dealing with the W, talking about the CBA negotiations and just where we see the future of Unrivaled being. I think they're trendsetters and they're doing a lot. So check out that video when it drops. I would love y'all support on that. And outside of that, like Tulip says, like as you leave, it is free. Go ahead and do it. I appreciate y'all. Again, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great Saturday. I'll see y'all next week. Don't forget to support my video. I'm out. Peace out, y'all.